Okay, if we were doing a wood destroying insect report, and we're not, but should we have been doing that, I would be making note that the fence is too close to the house and touching it. That's called conducive by design. Okay. Now this has to do with the wood destroying insect report and the home inspection report, the report that we are actually doing. Okay, and we're on the east side of the structure. The structure faces southeast for the purpose of this report. The home faces south. But so along the east side, we've got some high soil conditions right here and over there past the condensing unit. Okay, we've got trees too close to the structure. Okay, and then we got high soil. Water goes downhill. Okay, so you shouldn't have mud up next to your house like that. Where do termites live? In the ground. What do they eat? Wood, dead wood. What's your house made out of? Dead wood. Okay, and they travel through the ground. And the dirt is higher than your foundation. Where do you think the termites are going to go? They're going to go inside your house and eat that. Okay. Good to know. Now, here's a faucet valve. I'm trying to do a water pressure test on this home. I got to find a valve that doesn't have the quick release guys on it. But I do have to say that we do not have vacuum breakers. Oh, yeah, we do. Excuse me. Dumb inspector. Blind and dumb. Gets a little foundation pad higher than the foundation. Now we'll see over here we got weep holes, and weep holes are great because brick is porous. Okay, it's a great building material. This home could burn, and you could reuse the brick. Okay, it'd be the only thing that's left. Okay, but so burn down. If something could burn down, you could still reuse the brick. But a characteristic of it is that it's porous, and so water goes right through it. So we have to have the weep holes. Most of the time, you're not going to see anything. Most of the time, it's going to be water vapor coming out of it. And then, I've seen some events, and you see the water comes out. That's what they're there for. That is what they're there for. But we don't have any weep holes over our windows. See, we have lintels over our windows. Metal lintels. They hold the brick up. Okay. So we're supposed to have weep holes over our lintels so that the water that comes in, we've disrupted the drainage plane. See, the drainage plane comes all the way down to the foundation, and that stops right there, and we have weep holes. But we've disrupted the drainage plane, but we did not install weep holes, and that's why our lintels are rusting. Not the only reason. They'll rust anyway, but no, that's a symptom. That's a symptom right there. See how that lintle's rusting away right in there? So bushes are too close, soil's too high. We got that. This is our propane gas. Okay, this is where the gas enters the house. There's the handle. Parallel is on, perpendicular is off. If you're not familiar with propane, then I gotta let you know that I don't know. I'll let you know something. But see the piping, okay? All the piping going into the house, okay? That should have been painted to keep it from rusting like it has been. And come on up here, because we're come alongers. When we get over here across the front, I'm not seeing any weep holes at the bottom, and the rain gutters are discharging water too close to the structure because we don't have them over our windows. I can get a little closer here. See the way it's all rusting and everything? Yeah, because we don't have a weep hole. We don't have weep holes. And on this side of the house, we don't have any weep holes. Do not have any. Now, when you're on the other side of this door, you see daylight down there because we're missing our little felt square. And then if you go on the other side of this house, you'll see there's a little V gap like between the top rail and the door jamb. It's a little wider. You see it here, or is it just my imagination? It's my imagination. Right. So still no weep holes? I'm still not seeing them, man. Okay, but anyway, with these quick release things, I do no harm. Do no harm with these quick release things. I'm going to have some trouble. Oh, we're missing our cap. I'm missing our cap right there. And I had notes about all this stuff already. I didn't have a note about that. So this is my method. Come on. Vacuum breaker cap missing from the front exterior bib faucet. Come along over here. Come along over here. Hello. We've got some lights, cameras in action. This is our electric meter. And I love the way it's mounted like this. Look at that. Water's not going to get behind that. And then this is our, look at that, the sleeve and everything. They did a good job. Okay. But the grounding rod is supposed to be buried. It's supposed to be an 8-foot grounding rod. It's supposed to be buried 8 feet. It's not supposed to be buried 7 foot 3 inches. Okay, it's not supposed to be done like that. Now, if the code inspector comes out, the electrician puts an ohm meter on there. Measures the resistance, and it has enough resistance to meet their requirements. Then the code inspector, and I wasn't here. I was not here. The code inspector said, "Well, okay, you got enough resistance. Everything's fine. Keep on going, man." But when this house was built, again, it was like 11 years ago. Since then, we don't need or want one grounding rod. We need 2 within 6 feet of each other. And we don't have that. Okay, so we're coming on along over here and moving in. And this is the second door. I don't know what this one looks like when it's closed. We'll find out. But this door right here has got a couple little bends in it. Okay, so it's going to bend up a little bit. All right. Moving on along. Then we come over here, and we've got some exposed electric cable. Okay, electric wires right there in that gutter. See that right there? Exposed electric wires in that gutter. That's what we have. Get out my walkie-talkie. Okay. Exposed electric wires at the corners, at both corners of the garage. One over here on that lower corner. Okay, we got exposed electric wires. And then over here, while we got our lights and cameras in action, we got some exposed wires right up there too. We sure do. And then another thing that we got over here, we'll check. I've got 3 pipes, I believe, and I got 2 of them identified. Maybe I only got 2 pipes. Okay, so one of these pipes, okay, that's the pressure. Yeah, it is. Oh my goodness. That's the pressure relief valve for the water heater. That's supposed to discharge 6 inches away from the ground. Okay, that's supposed to come all the way down. Is it going to be ugly? There's your front door right there. You bet it's going to be ugly. Is that the way it's supposed to discharge? No, that's not the way it's supposed to discharge. It's supposed to go on down. And then we come over here, and the second one, this is your secondary drain pipe for the water heater. You have a tankless water heater. So it can discharge high like that. They're supposed to discharge, this is supposed to discharge, in an obvious location. And it's right there by the front door. It's right there by the meters. Right there by the, this is an obvious location. So that's good. But these obvious locations, both of these discharge right over the electric meter. Now get this. There isn't a code violation here. There's not a code that says that you have to have your discharges away from. There's a lot of codes about where these pipes discharge to, but there isn't a specific code related to the water meter. So it kind of is what it is. We've got some concrete columns over here. Yeah, we do. We're going to roll over here. We've got corrugated R panels. Wait a minute. We've got all kinds of pipes discharging over here too. And that is the vent for the water heater. Huh. Air vent. Excuse me, but you have one over here. We got more than one water heater? I guess I'm going to find more than one water heater. That's a concentric vent for the water heater. This is where I remembered seeing the water heater. I thought I remembered seeing the water heater here. I'm kind of confused a little bit with the layout, to be honest. And then we got 3 more pipes over here and another concentric vent. Oh, that's for the furnace. That is for the furnace, okay? And that is for the water heater. And that's for the furnace. I get it. So you got the air vent right there. And then we got some more piping. And whatever it does, it's just going to go to your roof. And again, you've got like R panels, which are good. Which are good. In fact, I kind of prefer R panels because they're easier to repair when the time comes. And they're more forgiving than standing ridge metal roof. Well, we're going to have to get the camera pole out here. You got a short inspector. Okay, the drainage on our driveway, of course, this isn't flat work. Even if it was, it's beyond the scope. I get it. But But you know, we got the gravel over here to come in here, but the water is always going to travel through here. This is going to be a natural migration path for the swale for the water that's coming through here. And probably the only way that you're going to correct that is by continuing the flat work as a driveway and continuing on out. And there's the Bonnie cart. Excuse me, Tammy Faye. I'm getting my vehicles mixed up, which I'm affectionate about, both of my vehicles. We'll roll around here. Rain gutter discharge too close to the house? You bet it does. We got brick all piled up there, all piled up there. That's what we got. Moving on along, there's those exposed wires before I went off on a tangent. Moving over here, we got 3 beehives. Hello, little bees. Okay. And we got some bushes all next to here and some ants and stuff. And moving on along over here, we got, this looks like an old windmill. Sure got an old windmill, don't we? And I think that's a generator on it. It might be a, because I don't see a, do I see a pump? Well, there's a rod right there. It might have gone to a water well. It might have. More cameras, more action. Now, if we were doing the wood destroying insect report, remember that thing that we're not doing? We're going to do it, and the water's right out on it. See all this wood pile over here? All right. You think termites are going to like that? They're going to go right to it, man. They're going to go right to it. The bushes touching the house right there. They should be cut back a little bit. Okay, I'm going to come over here. We're going to go across the creek. All right. See how we got these boards built up? That way we can go across here. Look at there. Oh, my goodness. Anybody seen any snakes lately? Okay. Board on the ground. A little forward thinking will save you a lot of misery. Fences are beyond the scope of this inspection, but this fence is showing signs of its age. Fences last about 14 years. How about that? And it needs some routine maintenance. You wouldn't expect it to stay pristine forever, and it hasn't. And so we got rails or and stuff coming on along. We've got a storm shelter over here. So if I was planning on using this, I'd use it for wine. But anyway, if I was, I would keep a bucket and some water and stuff in there. I don't know what I would, maybe put a panic button inside of there, because you can go inside of here and lock it right up. So somebody could get trapped in there. Not a good thing. Okay, unless you're collecting hostages. And then we're going to move over here, downspout. Now we've got some surface drains. We've got some surface drains around here. All right, and the piping, okay, the tubing for the lawn sprinkler system, that's allowed above grade, but it's supposed to be stapled every 12 inches. Bushes touching again. Rolling on over. Look at here. I was wondering if I'm going to find something interesting. That's all interesting. But look at the wood rod in there. Look at the wood rod in there. Let's get the old, take a picture here. 3 phone dedications. Oh my goodness, look at that. And then we come in here. See how round that one is? That one might be a mouse hole. I don't know. I don't have a general pest license. I have a termite license. I can't speak about rabbits. Okay, this is our swimming pool equipment. We're going to have a different video for that. Now, here we have a portable shed. It's just a little Rubbermaid thing. Rubbermaid's a brand name, but it's what it is. And all of our vents, our vent lights, there's 4 of them, and they're all in bad shape. Roof is coming up here a little bit. And again, this is not a real estate improvement, beyond the scope. Okay, and but all this wood, there's no ventilation underneath this deck. Zero ventilation underneath the deck. So what's happening? Well, it's starting to rot. Yep. Is it going to continue to rot? Oh, it's just getting started. It's going to escalate pretty good. Oh, what have we got here? LCV. Oh, there's some kind of a valve inside of there. I don't know. Let's keep looking. We can look. We're lookers.
You see the little blue handle right in there. See that little blue handle? Parallel is on, perpendicular is off. I don't know what that goes to. Does it go to the house? Is the whole, is that the main water shutoff valve? It's been undetermined on my report. Whatever it is, this box should have been excavated so that you can see the valve, get your hand around it, replace it, service it, and it should be excavated and then lined with gravel so that it doesn't do that. And whatever that valve is, it hasn't been done. So now we're going back to my method. Okay, the mystery valve needs to be excavated and lined with gravel. Moving on along, moving on along. Good, good, good. There's one of those skylights from the shed. Here's a sewer clean out right here. Okay, and there's another one. And we've had a septic company out here providing us with all the knowledge we need. Coming over here, do we have any weep holes up there? No, we don't have any weep holes up there. Do we have any weep holes over here? No, we don't have any weep holes over here. The only place we have the weep holes is on the east wall. The east wall on the foundation perimeter. Do you see those weep holes? I don't see any weep holes. Okay. Moving on along and along and along. Okay. Maybe I can get in the shop. This is a shop dominium. Okay, so we haven't figured that out yet. And then our posts are supposed to have stands underneath them. It looks like they do. How about that? Look at these big old rustic posts. They look good. And we got stands underneath them. Cool. See these trees? They're not supposed to be closer to the foundation than 25 feet. All right. Not supposed to be closer to the foundation than 25 feet. Now, is they going to give you any trouble? Well, no, it'll be a long time maybe. I guess. I don't know. Got another surface drain over there.